Do not consume media unless it's this video, unless it's my account, unless it's this type of media. The media that uplifts you, the media that educates you, the media that empowers you, the media that heals you. And the reason why I'm saying to not consume media is because images, sounds, stories, events, whatever you consume consistently, whatever you look at consistently gets to you. Haven't you seen that you can be having a great day right now, right? But if you go on social media and you watch something negative or something tragedy happen, it touches you now. Your day is not as good as it was because of the perception that you receive. Which, by the way, when it comes to media, since it comes from media, unless you can know how to not have an emotional reaction to everything that you see, everything that you listen to, or everything that you consume, then you are all right. But I'm making this video specifically for those that whatever they see on social media gets to them. Specifically if it's negative, specifically if it's about fear, about poverty, about hate, about drama, about evilness. All that negative media. Yeah, let me switch it. Do not consume negative media. Do not entertain negative media. Do not set your mind or your attention or your energy in negative media. And you might be thinking, well, what are you talking about? It's just media, social media. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Yes, it does matter. Yes, it does matter. Whatever has your attention, whatever has your ears, whatever has your energy, whatever has your focus, has your life. Especially mainstream media. Mainstream media hold tremendous power, tremendous strength, tremendous ways of shaping the public perception, the public opinion. There are people nowadays that don't have any facts, don't have any own personal opinion or independent thinking. All they know is whatever they saw on TikTok, whatever they saw on YouTube, whatever they saw on CNN, whatever they saw on MTV, whatever they saw on Disney. But you are forgetting that the people who are behind those outlets, those accounts, might not have your best interest at heart. That's why I say and I stand on, do not consume negative media. Mainstream media does not always tell people what to think, but it powerfully influences what people think. I'm going to say it again. Mainstream media does not directly tell people what to think, but it strongly and powerfully influences people on what they think. No, they're not going to, think on this, think on this, think on that. But they are going to influence what you think about. They are going to influence what you think about, because if you are consistently receiving a specific news and you consume it, and you consume it, you are going to go to bed and you're going to have dreams about it. You will go around the world and you will start looking examples of whatever you were focused on. Because whatever you focus on, you look for it. And you have seen that exercise has been done multiple times. When somebody tells you, okay, go out and focus on red cars. I guarantee you, even if you have never seen a red car in your whole life, you are going to see one today. Why? Because whatever you focus on mentally, our mind is so powerful that whatever we are consistently giving our attention to, our mind goes above and beyond to bring that thing specifically to our awareness, to bring that thing specifically to our attention. Mainstream media is gonna select what to share, what to show, and what to ignore. What to share, what to ignore, what to publish. And by doing that, what are they doing? They are choosing what they want you to see, what they want you to feel. Because images have feelings. Oh, you don't believe me? Okay, that's why whenever you see a picture of somebody, a picture of somebody being beat up, you feel some type of way because that pictures evocate a certain emotion. And mainstream media tremendously consistently portraying negative stuff. The other day, I was talking to one of my friends, and they were like, well, what? Let me see what is on your For You page. I was like, sure, no problem. That was on my For You page. They were seeing positivity, money, success, somebody laughing, somebody going on vacation, somebody having a great time. And then she was like, which world do you live? I was like, what do you mean? Why are you asking me that? She's like, you look like you live in heaven. All these things coming on your For You page. I was like, well, yes, because that's what I give my attention to. That's why I look up to. That's what I want to consume. That's what I prefer to consume. But then when we look at her social media, gossip, somebody going to jail, somebody dying, somebody being a thief, somebody being abused, somebody being incarcerated, somebody suffering, somebody crying, there is war, people crying. I was like, oh, okay. And then that person she was about to start talking to me about, oh, well, I was like, okay. So you see what you consume all day, every day, which, by the way, the algorithm is you. Every single algorithm of every single platform is simply a reflection of you. It's simply a reflection of what you consistently give your time, your attention. You can go on my For You page right now in any of my social media. It will be almost impossible for you to see anything negative, anything fearful, or anything that can make you question your worth, question your power. Because I consume positive media, and because I also create positive media. I give my attention, my energy, and my time to what is positive, to what is joyful, to what is uplifting, to what is healing. I do it consciously because I understand that if I'm consistently giving my attention to negativity, to fear, to hate, to drama, I'm giving my attention, so that must come back to me. An example of how mainstream media can influence you. An example is constant coverage of crime. Constant coverage of crime can make the public feel less safe. Even if crime rates are falling, even if crime rates are down. How many times have you seen somebody that is like, oh, let's go there, like, oh, we're gonna go there? Hey, what if something goes wrong? In the news, they said that, oh, in that area, oh, no, it's too late. So now you're living in fear. Don't get me wrong. You can be aware, but don't let that awareness be filled up in negativity and be filled up in fear. And mainstream media, whoever is in control of it, they have their own agenda. They have their own things that they want to put out there, as they should. I also have my own agenda. I'm not going to come here and lie. My agenda is to make you believe in yourself. My agenda is to make you love yourself. My agenda is to make you respect money, value money, so you can have money consistently come into your life with your creativity, with your ideas, with your own business, with your own merch. My agenda is to remind you that you are in control of your life. My agenda is to remind you that life is good, life is great. My agenda is to remind you that you have what it takes to succeed. You have what it takes to win. My agenda is to fill you up with positivity, fill you up with excitement, that you rise every day believing that you can in fact change the world. But you change the world by changing your life. So my agenda is in positivity, success, prosperity, happiness, money, health, joy. That's my agenda. That's why all the content you see on this page or any of my pages, positivity is all over the place, because that's my agenda. That's the agenda I'm pushing. Yeah, it's mine. But have you asked yourself, what is the agenda of the mainstream media? Social media or mainstream media also has the power to frame, to change, to influence, and to have narrative control. In the news, how a story is framed, how a story is portrayed, how a story is being spoke on, how a story is being represented in the news or in the big TVs, on the big shows, the language, the tone, the color, the images used affects how people interpret it. Yeah. Language, because there is power in words. Tone, because there is power in energy. Images, because there is power in the things that you consistently see. If you consistently see images of poverty, images of poverty, images of poverty, images of poverty, you become more receptive to poverty. You become more agreeant to poverty. And you have an emotional reaction to poverty. Why? Because you consistently consume images of poverty. The same effect can be seen as a protest or a riot, depending on the media framing. Something can be going away, but depending on how the media portrayed it, it can become another way. Also, that's why it's important for you to speak your own truth, as it was, as it is, as you experience it. That's why I'm making this video, so I can speak on my truth, because I don't want nobody else to have control on what I felt, what I went through, what I'm doing. No, I don't want nobody else to come and try to filter my story so they can twist it, so they can make it more whatever way they want to make it. No, I want to be the one telling my story. I want to be the one representing my story, because, by the way, too, representation matters. Representation matters, absolutely. That's why you see that it's easier for people that, for certain people, if they haven't seen. Let me show this example. There was a time before I was this aware. There was a time where I would watch movie. This, especially when I was younger. I'm still young, by the way. Young, fresh. You see it. I would watch movies in every movie. I was watching the people like me. Do you know what? How they were represented? The people that look like me, they were all the ones stealing, the one getting abused, the one going to jail, the one suffering, the one living in poverty, the one being murdered, the one that has the low-paying job, the one that is selling their body for money. That's the representation I was consistently seeing of the people that look like me. And imagine you, if that's how I'm seeing them, that can create a psychological effect that's gonna make me think or believe that, oh, then I can only sell my body to succeed. Oh, then I can only steal. Oh, then I can only have a low-paying job. Oh, then I can only be a actress or an entertainer or an athlete, to be wealthy, to be rich. Why? Because of representation matter. And I made a video about it a long time ago. I think I have. Let me see if I can find. One thing about me, I always like to write things down. If it's not written down, I put it on my book. And I perfectly wrote on TV news, social media, music. Yeah, right here. Okay. Perfect. I'm gonna exactly read what the research I have done. TV, news, social media, music. These are not just entertainment. They are delivery system for belief system. They are the classroom where most people get their worldview. Remember what I said earlier? That a lot of people, most people don't have their own opinion. They don't do their own research. They saw it on Facebook, they believe it. They saw it on TikTok, they believe it. They saw it on a WhatsApp group, they believe it. Even if it's not true, even if it's false, but because it's in a media outlet and people are commenting about it, they're gonna accept it as truth. That's how a lot of wrong things are passed by. Because, TV, news, social media, music becomes the classroom where most people get their worldview, where most people get their opinion, where most people get their understanding on life, without realizing without questioning what they are being taught. Without me like, why are black people always represented as the person stealing, the person robbing, the person that can only make it out by being a singer, an actor, an actress, an athlete? Why? Don't you question yourself those things? Programming is real. And mainstream, social media, the news, TV, music is big on that. Radio station. The station you tune in influence you. TV show. The show you consume influence you. Social media. How to be with people, around people, how those people match. Social media. And music have power too because of frequencies. And that's why you see here in this channel how I have frequencies on money, frequencies on health, frequencies of success, frequencies on happiness, because I understand the power of frequency. If you are sad and you listen to sad music, you're gonna be more sad. Why? Because the frequencies used in sad songs are frequencies to make you, whatever negative feeling or hurtful feeling you are feeling, it brings it up more. That's why I intentionally and consciously only listen to music that bring me up, or I only listen to music that turn me up. Only. If not, I'm just gonna go play African drums. Because it brings me up. And because since I'm up, my energy is up, I attract the things that are vibing in that frequency. Programming is real. Not just the shows, but the ideas behind them. A lot of you that watch drama focus shows, what do you think you're going to gain from that? More drama. What do you think you're gonna gain from that? More drama. That's what you are consuming. And because you are consuming it, well, you're gonna stay right there. Okay. And since we're speaking about mainstream media, music, social media, TV shows, radios, because again, those are not just entertainment sources. Those are sources that shape belief systems, that shape behaviors, that shape attitude, and that shape mindset. Programming is real. You can get programmed from a TV show. You can get programmed from the music you listen to, from the cartoons you watch. You can get programmed from the pictures, the images you see consistently. Let's analyze that again. Because again, it's not just the show, it's not just the picture, it's not just the video, it's not just the music, it's what is the idea behind? What is the idea of consistently representing black people that the only way they succeed is if they are athletes or entertainers? And how many of you watching this video right now as a black? By the way, I'm using black to describe the color of your skin. That's not who you are. You are a spirit having a human experience. But I'm saying black so everybody can understand and this message can be receptive. Why do you have the understanding or the belief that as a black person the only way you can succeed is by being an entertainer? And I watched a documentary a long time ago. I already forgot by who. It was a king. He was teaching on how many black boys in America only aspired to be an NFL player, to be a basketball player. It's not coincidence, because that's all they see in the TV. That's all they see in the neighborhood as the way out. They want to become rappers because they see that, oh, rappers are the one with the money. Rappers are the one with the girls. Rappers are the one with the mansions. And because that's the idea being fed into them consistently, then okay, if I had to succeed, then I had to be a rapper. If I'm not a rapper, I cannot be successful, which is a lie, by the way. Look closely in the mainstream TV shows, TV, radio stations, movies. Who represent wealth? Who represents being wealthy? The person who's wealthy, the person who has all the answers, all the success, that life is going great for them, a lot of times is what? The wealthy represented as white, corrupt, ruthless. Think about how often rich characters are portrayed as villains, and the drug dealers are portrayed as superheroes. Think about how often CEOs are portrayed as corrupt. Politicians who lie. Take giants who don't care. And whenever you see all those characters consistently, your subconscious associates wealth with evil. Your subconscious associates money with evil. Because the character you are seeing consistently that represents wealth, they are evil, they are bad, they don't care, they are the villains. Now, poor in the TV shows, radio stations, movies, social media, mainstream media, the poor, why are the poor? The poor are all those who are noble, those who are humble, and those who are morally pure. The good guys are broke, struggling, or keeping it real. And when you see that all the time, subconsciously, it teaches you that having less is somehow more righteous. That having less is somehow a good thing. That having less is somehow the way you are required to live your life. Because you see the poor be represented as righteous, humble, pure. So, if I'm poor, that makes me righteous, humble, pure. And when you see that representation over and over, over and over, over and over, it says that, oh, money will corrupt you, that wealth corrupts you, that success means you sold out. And something I mentioned earlier, black success in for a long time, and all I'm saying here is to get you to the point to stop consuming negative media. Is get you to the point to stop consuming poison and start consuming what nurtures you, what heals you, what empowers you. And most TV shows, most mainstream media, black success is what? It's either you are an entertainer or you are a criminal. When was the last time you saw a black investor on TV? When was the last time you saw a happy, successful, rich black investor on TV? A black software founder, a black real estate mogul, a policy changer, philanthropist. When was the last time you saw it? Now let me ask you, when the last time you saw a black entertainer? When the last time you saw or you heard about a black criminal? And you think that's coincidence? No, it's not. If I mention you right now, I'm gonna give you names and tell me which one of these names makes sense to you, okay? Or do you even know? Mansa Musa, Miles Monroe, David Stewart, Eddie Stephen Tower, Eddie Brown, Robert Smith. Does any of those names sound familiar to you? Put it in the comments. Now let me mention you other names. Jay-Z, Soulja Boy, Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, Sexy Red, Megan Thee Stallion. Which one of the two lists some more familiar to you? And which one of these two lists are more represented in the mainstream, in social media, the TV shows, radio stations? The second list. Because the second list portrays the idea that the only way you can be successful as a black person is by being an entertainer or being a criminal. By the way, no shade to any of the entertainers, because they were able to use their creativity, their talent to offer themselves a better life. Great for them. Kudos to them. And the good thing about is that I like to study. I like to study success stories, money stories, happiness stories. Soulja Boy, apart from his music, I learned about his financial literacy. I was able to see that the fact that he come from food stamps, which means he has been in the bottom of the bottom to now making million dollar deals. That's inspiration. Tyler Perry, from not having nothing to not having his own media empire. That's inspiration. Jay-Z, from living in the project to now owning $1 million brands. And the reason why I study these people is because success leaves clues. And because if they were able to do it, you can do it too. It doesn't have to be through entertainment. It can be through technology. It can be through gas. It can be through education. For example, a person that the people I mentioned in the first list, those are billionaires. Robert Smith is a billionaire. David Stewart is a billionaire. Eddie Brown is a billionaire. Mansa Musa has been and was and still is the richest person ever existed. But you won't hear the name of Eddie Brown as loud as you hear the name of Jay-Z. Why? You don't ask yourself why? We continue. And as I was asking you, when was the last time you saw a black investor on TV? Or when was the last time you saw a representation of a black person being happy, being successful, being well-dressed, well-spoken, being positive, doing good things positive? When was the last time you saw that on TV? But I bet every single day you see something on TV about crime, a black person killing, a black person dying, a black person stealing. Why is that? Instead of us, I'm not going to say us because, again, I have said my own media. I have my own media and it's only positive. So what I see consistently is different from what most people see consistently. And I do it intentionally. Instead of us receiving positive stories, positive representation, upliftment, faith, encouragement, what did we get on TV most of the time? The rapper who made it out the hood. The baller who signed a sneaker deal. The ex-drug dealer who got lucky and stopped selling drugs. Why? Don't you ask yourself, why are those stories the ones that are being pushed out the most? Again, that's an agenda. Because every media stream, every TV show, every cartoon, every music, every TV show, every radio show, every movie that you watch has an agenda, has a message, is communicating something, is making you think, see, feel something. As what I'm doing right now. I'm making you think, feel something. The question is what it is. If it's negative, don't consume it. If it's making you question your worth, question your value, question your potential, don't consume it. If it's making you think or making you feel that you have to be like somebody else in order to be successful, do not consume it. If it's increasing your anxiety, your depression, do not consume it. If it's making you question your worth, question your value, do not consume it. And as I told you, I consume positive media, right? I'm going to give you some names that feel free to Google them and feel free to consume that information. If you want anything positive, especially since I mentioned, I give example on black people, I'm going to stay in the black. But this, again, they applies to any race because this is not about race. By the way, this is about impacting minds and impacting hearts, not impacting skin color. Positive media, Robert F. Smith, Dr. George C. Fraser, the Johnson, the Michelle family, Clarence Avant, see? The Johnson family, Fidelity Investment, the Michelle family, Chicago, quietly owns commercial real estate and has passed well down 3+ generations through trust and private equity investment, rarely publicized but known in urban real estate network. The Michelle family, I'm going to put it on Google. Yep. See, positive media. And I don't wait for somebody else to come and be like, hey, you know what? Hey, go and educate yourself. Go and consume something positive. I'm curious enough and I seek positivity because who feels good seeing people crying, seeing people broke, seeing people fight, seeing people being going days without eating? I don't enjoy that. So I prefer to look at the content that can make me know that, hey, life is good, okay, and it will get better. So I choose to go on Google and do my own research. By the way, right now, the information available to anybody If after this video you still consume any type of negative media, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I can give you more names. Dennis Kimball, Herbert Wigby, Nigerian banker and CEO of Access Bank, led massive expansion in African banking. Charles Phillips, former CEO of Infor. Donahue banker, acquired hundreds of real estate units, owns a bank and educate on multifamily investment. Don Peoples, founder of Peoples Corporation, one of the richest black real estate developers in the U.S. But I bet you did not know about him. And I bet he's not portrayed in the mainstream media. And whenever you only receive a certain representation of people, and that's why it's important for every person to speak their own story, to share their own narrative, to speak their truth, instead of letting somebody else to come and speak it for you. I could have sit down and be like, oh, I wish somebody would speak about money. I wish somebody would speak about the impact of how social media can influence our behavior and our actions. Here I am doing it. I want to see it out there, so I am creating it. I want positivity, so I share positivity. I speak positivity. I post positivity. I want to see people having money, enjoying money, celebrating money, sharing money, investing money, feeling good, feeling safe, feeling confident around money and with money. So here I am making a video holding money in my hands. Okay. Do not consume negative media. You are not here to be programmed into the bad, the evil, the negative, the poverty. You are here to produce the good, to produce the positive, to produce the upliftment, to produce the creativity, to produce the joy. And since I'm telling you to not consume media, to not consume negative media, consume only what adds value. You can Google right now positive TV shows, and those TV shows are going to add you value on positivity or creativity or how to make money. You can type right now positive YouTube channels, and you're going to see you only with positivity, or type positive movies. That's why I love cartoons so much. Because the cartoons, at least the cartoons I watch, are positive to me. I can learn from it. I can grow from it. I can learn. One of the cartoons that when I was in university, it was Inside Out. That was the first time I saw Inside Out. And I was glued to the screen. And after I watched that movie, I went home and I watched it again by myself. I like, this feels so good. What I'm learning, I'm being educated about my emotions, about my reactions in a funny and positive way. Content like that adds value to you, to your creativity, to yourself. You watching how somebody else is fighting with their husband or their wife, what type of value does that add to you? What type of value gossip adds to your life? What type of value poverty adds to your life? What type of value speaking down on other people adds to your life? Next time you're watching content or anything, come on your feed. And last year I made a video. I was on live and I made a video about it. And I perfectly said that one of the greatest things everybody can do is to clean up their social media. How many of you are watching accounts that make you feel bad about yourself, make you feel bad about your body, make you feel bad about your hair, make you feel bad about anything? But you still consume that information. You still watch that show. You still follow that account. Why do you do that? So you are choosing to consume poison because that's poison. And then you're going to be like, oh, why am I so negative? Why am I so sloppy? Why I don't have ideas? Well, because all the things you are consuming are not allowing you to be positive. You fill your mind with negativity and you expect your mind to give you anything positive? Insane. Next time you are watching content, no matter if it's a TV show or radio show or movie, a cartoon, a mainstream post, no matter if it's on TV, no matter if they are putting it at work or there is at the bus, that's why I always have headphones. If I'm in the bus and listen to the radio and negative, I put my headphones in and I start listening to negativity. And that's why I daydream a lot. Because I have been in an environment where physically it's not positive. So I prefer to go in my imagination and see all the positive in my head, because I refuse to consume negativity. I refuse to believe that the world is going to an end. I refuse to believe that it's hard to make money. I refuse to believe that the economy is bad. I refuse to believe that there is some type of virus. No. I choose to believe the world is going great. The world is expanding. I choose to believe it's easy for me to make money. Another thing I do, I write it down. I write the positive 100 times. I write it down. Why? Because I want to keep my mind in the positive. You see it? Keeping my mind in the positive, keeping my mind in the success, keeping my mind in what is joyful, keeping my mind in what is uplifting, keeping my mind in what can allow me to grow, to evolve, and to actually have a good life. Because that's what I choose to consume. And I do it intentionally. What do I have sitting here looking at? Somebody crying, somebody suffering. What is the point of negativity? Bring you more negativity. If it doesn't sharpen your mind, deepen your peace, or fuels your goals, your passion, your creativity, your healing, is junk. Do not consume junk. Because if you consume junk, you become junk. If you fill your mind with junk, your mind is going to produce more junk. You are not a trash can. So why are you giving your mind drunk? You are not a garbage can for negativity, gossip, fear, drama, evil, hate, fear, distractions. You are not. I'm going to say it again. You are not a garbage can for gossip, drama, poverty, negativity, sickness, fear, or distractions. You are not. And this video is not going to make sense to everybody, but it's going to make sense to those that know their purpose. It's going to make sense to those that want a better life. It's going to make sense to those that want to live an intentional life. It's going to make sense to those that have dreams, goals, and objectives. Mental diet. That's something too that I heard from Neville Goddard. I think that's how you spell his name. So go on a mental diet. A lot of you cannot even go a whole day without cussing somebody out. You cannot go a whole day without taking something negative out of your mouth. Fast from speaking negative. Fast from thinking negative. Fast from seeing negative. Fast from looking at the negative. Fast from negative conversation, poverty conversations. Do a challenge with yourself and tell yourself, in the next 24 hours, I'm only going to speak positive, or I'm not going to speak at all. Yeah. As I said earlier, pictures, sounds, images, what you see, what you hear, even what you smell creates an emotion. And emotion clouds execution. Emotions can distract your execution. Emotions can cancel your execution. Most people are reactive. Don't be like most people. What do I mean by reactive? That as soon as something happens, or they hear something, or they see something, or they smell something, what? That's being reactive. Me, something happens, okay, let me process, let me analyze, let me understand. Instead of reacting, I'm choosing to respond. Because when you respond, by the way you respond to things said it all. Yeah, you have heard it multiple times that it is not what happens to you, it's how you react to it. Absolutely, that's true, 100%. Most people are reactive. People are triggered easily, distracted easily, scrolling for hours carelessly. The nervous system high and up, high and up, high and up. But me, I am different. And you watching this video, if this video find you or you watching it, you are different too. You stay focused. You stay determined. You stay conscious. You stay intentional. Being intentional means you don't argue with reality. You read it and respond with a strategy. And all I'm saying here applies to everything, even in relationships. That is not me and by the way, I had to learn this as well, because I was making the mistake of whenever there is an issue in my relationship, but I'm glad I learned. I learned with tears, I learned with pain, but I'm glad I did learn. And once I learned it, in my relationship that came after me learning the lesson of not reacting but responding, every time I will have an argument or a disagreement or something with the person I'm dating, okay, what happened? Let's speak about what happened. I'm not against you, you are not against me. We are here to solve this problem. We are not fighting each other. We are communicating with each other to solve what is going on. And by the way, too, most people are not going to do that. Because most people prefer to react. Prefer to be emotional. Oh, well, but this is how I feel. This is how I feel. Well, your feelings are valid. But let's bring it back to the facts. What happened? Who said? Who did? Okay, which part did I play in this? Which part did I play in the suffering? Or which part did I play in the healing? Which part did I play in making it better? Or which part am I playing in making it worse? And with this conversation that you have with your partner, or just in a friendship, instead of us being emotional, I felt this way, and then getting and cussing, let's not react, let's respond. Babe, what happened? Okay. How did that make you feel? Okay, I'm going to stop you right there. Let me take ownership for what I did. I say this out of fear. I say this because I got triggered. So I take ownership of my actions. Because of me doing this, we got here. So I take ownership for what I did, and I am sorry. Continue. And from our responsive instead of reactive conversation, both of us are going to gain clarity. Both of us are going to gain connection. Because I was able to come here and tell you that, hey, it is my fault. It is my mistake. I did wrong, but I can do better. I did wrong, but let me try to fix what I did wrong. I'm not blaming you. I'm not attacking you. I'm not insulting you. I'm not giving you names. I'm simply here talking with you, communicating with you so we can pass this. Because I love you. I care for you. I want to be with you. And this problem is not going to break the relationship. This problem is going to allow us to understand each other, work on it, and make the relationship stronger. Because if we are together and we can overcome problems, then we're doing great. But if we are together and we cannot overcome problems or pass certain stages or certain circumstances, then what are we doing? That's an example. When you are intentional, when you are being objective, when you are focused, you don't attach to outcome. You attach to processes. For example, I know how to make videos and post them. So now I can create a lot of YouTube channels and keep posting videos and do it. This video being watched by 100 people, thousands of people, is out of my control. But me making this video, me posting this video, me sharing this video, me picking the thumbnail, the title, the hashtag for this video is in my control. I can control the process. I cannot control the outcome. Being intentional, being focused, being objective with your life means that you don't take things personally. You extract the lesson, not the offense. Because me, I can learn from my pain as much as I can learn from my happiness. Why? Because I take the lesson. I focus on the lesson, not the tears. Even if I'm crying, okay, what is this teaching me? Okay, why did I do this? Why was I thinking this way? Which part of me is still in agreement with this? What's going on? I'm crying though, but I'm looking for the lesson, so I can take the lesson. The pain came with a lesson, but I take the lesson. I don't take it personally. When you are intentional about your life, you don't take things personally. You extract the lesson, you extract the information, you extract the blessing, not the offense. The reason why is because most people cannot handle the truth. Most people are offended easily. But me, even if what you are saying, if he offends me, I'm going to check myself. Now, hold on. This person said this. Why am I offended? Is what they are saying truth? Is what they are saying educating me, empowering me, elevating me, healing me? If the answer is yes, I take the lesson. The offense was my ego fighting my authenticity. It was my ego not wanting to grow, not wanting to evolve. Our emotions are messengers, not masters. But some people is the opposite. Some people, their emotions is their master. Emotional decisions one of my mentors said that analyze the consequences of your decisions. Think about the consequences of your decisions more than you think about the decision. If you make this decision, which by the way you're going to make it regardless, analyze the consequences, because the consequences is more important. So whatever decision you make, emotionally or logically or spiritually, you can name out the consequences. If the consequences are positive, truthful, healing, even if it hurts me, I'm going to go for that, which I have done so many times. A lot of times in my life, I have made decisions that broke me, but it was for my highest and greatest good. Because by me taking these decisions, a better me was going to rise. A healthier me was going to rise. Instead of me staying because I'm comfortable, because I don't want to suffer. No. Emotions are messengers, not masters. Feel your emotions, because your emotions are valid. Feel your emotions. Thank them for the lesson or the understanding they brought to you. But don't let them take control of the car. Don't let them be the one guiding, leading your life. Do not consume negative media. You are not a data junk or a data garbage or a data dump. You are not here to be fed negativity. You are here to choose what to consume, what to listen, what to speak. Media is engine for addiction, manipulation, and control. It can be addictive. I'm not gonna lie to you. So sometimes I sit here and I go hours just listening to documentaries, and I can go weeks just watching documentaries, writing things down, writing things down. Well, I'm enjoying it because I truly enjoy educating myself. I truly enjoy bettering my vocabulary. I truly enjoy knowing better ways, healthier ways on managing my own emotions, my own thoughts, my own fears. I enjoy it. So it becomes addictive. I can be here for hours. That I even forget to eat. I even forget to go to the bathroom because it's addictive. But I enjoy it because to me, I'm addicted to positivity. Yeah. That's my truth. I'm addicted to positivity. I'm addicted to feeling good, thinking good, and doing good. Yes, I am. Media is engineered for addiction, manipulation, and control. News, gossip, clickbait, viral trap, viral trash, viral content. It's programming. So next time, again, ask yourself, does this help me grow, or does this keep me entertained and empty? Does this content, this video, this audio, this image, this account, this comment, this music help me grow, or does it keep me entertained and empty? You can be entertained and be full. When I'm watching cartoons, I'm being entertained, but I'm full already. Why am I full? Because I know who I am. Why am I full? Because I'm watching something that is positive to me. It's either I'm laughing or I'm learning. And who doesn't like to laugh? I do. Second question, is this information or is this information or infiltration? Infiltration meaning trying to get to your subconscious so he can distract you from your purpose, distract you from your goal, distract you from your healing, distract you from your past. Another question, will the future version of me be watching this? This one is huge. If you know who you want to be in the future, which I affirm that you do know. If you know what you will look like in the future, if you know what the future you will look like, ask yourself, will future me be watching this? What a break. Ask yourself, will the future version of me be watching this? If the answer is no, why are you still watching it? Why are you still consuming it? Why are you still entertaining it? And then you will want to blame somebody else. The answer has been you all the time. Will the future version of me be watching this? If the answer is no, don't watch it. If the answer is no, don't entertain it. You don't need more news. You need more focus. You need more discipline towards what matters, towards what is important, what is healthy, what is encouraging. Do not consume negative media. Consume only. If you are going to consume anything, just as the Bible, right? There is a Bible, I don't know if it's Philippians something. It said, whatever is pure, whatever is positive, whatever is noble, whatever is authentic, think about those things. Even the Bible is telling you to not consume negative media. What did they say? There is nothing new under the sun. Consume only what adds value. Because, hey, everything you consume is either nutrition or poison. My content is nutrition, so if you hear, congratulations to you. Everything you consume is either nutrition or poison. What you watch, read, hear, scroll, sit in is either building your future or burying your future. What you watch, what you read, what you hear, what you scroll, what you sit in is either building your future or burying your future. You are creating the environment of your mind, which, by the way, we are all in control. And whatever is the environment of your mind, that's going to be the environment of your life. Whatever is the environment of your mind, that becomes the environment of your life. Because, again, power is the mind. Whatever you think about the most, you become. Whatever you think about the most, you attract. Whatever you think about the most, you expand. Whatever you think about the most, you multiply. Yeah. So let the environment of your mind reflect all the good that you want. Fill your mind with joy. Fill your mind with positivity. Fill your mind with happiness. Fill your mind with luxury. Fill your mind with money. If that's what you want. Creating an environment of your mind means that your time, your energy, your attention, your focus is expensive real estate. Don't give it to cheap stuff. Gossip is cheap. Hate is cheap. Envy is cheap. Drama is cheap. Negativity is cheap. Sickness is cheap. Don't give it access to your expensive mind. So make the choice today that only high vibrational, purpose aligned, and soul fulfilling content lives in your mind. I'm going to say it again. Only high vibrational, purpose driven, and soul aligned content lives in my mind. See what I did there? I make it an affirmation. Let's do it again. Only high vibrational, purpose aligned, and soul fulfilled content lives in my mind. Again, ask yourself more questions. And why do I always bring questions to yourself? Because I believe the answer is always within you. So I always aim to make you question and think for yourself. I don't want you to think like me or to be like me. None of my content is obligating you or forcing you to think a specific way. I simply recommend, I simply suggest, I simply advise. But at the end of the day, your mind is yours. Think for yourself. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So next time you're watching content, let me ask you this. Ask yourself this. Does this align with my values? Does this align with my purpose? One of my mentors always also said it, that once you know your purpose is going to dictate the people you hang out with, the music you listen to, the books you read, the person you date, the way you dress. Your purpose is going to dictate all of those things. Because if the content you are watching is not aligned with your purpose, then maybe it's against your purpose. Another question, does this increase my capacity? Does this increase my authenticity? Does this increase my creativity? Does this increase my strength? Does this increase my understanding? Does this push me closer to the version of me I am becoming? Does this push me closer to the version of me I am becoming? If the answer is no, don't watch it. There was a time in my life I wasn't consuming as much financial literacy, finance, books, finance, podcasts, finance, animes, finance, education, finance, interviews. But I do now, because it pushed me closer to the version of me I am becoming. Yes, I am not doing something I'm not doing myself. I am not doing something, because, oh my God, you know what, she's telling me what she read in a book or what she saw on a podcast. No, I'm speaking from my heart. I don't script my videos. I simply know what I want to speak about. I have some pointers and ideas I want to cover, and I just let it out. Go on this channel, look at how long my videos are. And in all being that long, I'm only speaking positivity. Everything that comes in my mouth is either uplifting, motivational, inspirational, authentic, educational, or healing. I can sit here as I have been sitting here. Now the video has been an hour or 8 minutes. And I'm only speaking positive. Why? Because that's the type of content I consume. I consume positive media intentionally. And I give positive media intentionally as well. Because the same way I enjoy seeing something positive come on my For You page, that's why I create something positive so it can come on somebody else's For You page. I'm giving positivity, I'm giving encouragement. And it comes back to me. Yeah, because my life is good and my life can only get better. I affirm it, I speak it, and I believe it. Do not consume negative media. And you might be thinking that, well, think about it. What? Education is a beautiful thing, is a great thing. I used to have conversations with people, right? Because I like to talk to people, not to agree to disagree, but just to share ideas and just to understand each other. We don't have to agree, but we can have a conversation. Because again, I am not here to force nobody or obligate nobody to be a certain way, to think a certain way. I simply speak what is in my heart. I suggest what works for me, what resonates with me, and you do with it as you please. So then I was like, nice. It's difficult for me to not speak negative though. It's difficult for me to not cuss when I'm speaking. I tell the person it's not difficult. You are simply used to it. How do I change? Get used to speaking positive. How do I do that? Start by writing positive things. Just for fun. Write positive ideas, positive adventures, positive letters, positive prayers, and read positive books, listen to positive podcasts, surround yourself with positive people. Do it consistently. It's going to become easier for you to speak positive. And everything I have mentioned, you can do it starting today. I write myself letters. I think I write myself letters. I have read some. Let me read you this letter that I wrote this letter to God. I wrote this letter to God. You can see right here. I forgot to put the date. I wrote this letter. It was on Sunday. Sunday was the 27th. How do I know when I wrote it? Because I know what I was sitting when I was just laying this out. Write yourself letters. Write yourself positive imagination, positive expectations, positive. Even if it's not happening, oh, look at me with $1 million. Look at me in a healthy relationship. Look at me educating, uplifting, cherishing. Look at me traveling the world first class. Look at me eating healthy. Look at me working out. Look at me being a good person to myself and other people. Look at me receiving all positive things. Just speak it and write it down. It's free. You don't have to pay nobody. You don't have to go somewhere else. Just write yourself positive notes, positive affirmations, positive ideas, positive imagination. It's free. You can do it anytime, anywhere. I'm going to read you this letter. God, I want a great life. I want to live well. I want to rise every day excited for the opportunity of seeing a new day. A life without worries, without fear, without jealousy, without drama, without poverty, without sickness, without misery, without envy, without gossip, without comparison, without lies, without inauthenticity. I want a life with love, with health, with peace, with joy, with prosperity, with excitement, with connection, with fulfillment, with positivity, with impact, with money, with forgiveness, with adventure, with wisdom, with bravery, with power, with creativity, with ease and authenticity. I deserve that life, and I rejoice while thanking you in that life. Make me the person with a spirit, soul, mind, body that will not only have this life, but take care of it, celebrate it, and not waste it. And as you do great in me, my health, my creativity, my body, my mind, my dreams, and all my affairs, do the same for everyone on earth, because all the good available here on earth, I do not want them just for me, but for everyone else. Thank you every day. I trust you every day. I rely on you every day. I rejoice in you every day. I love you every day. I release my past for the prosperous future you have for me. I release my own understanding, thinking, doing, feeling, talking. Because of you, God, I prefer for you to make the decisions, choices, voices, ideas, words, plans, dreams, thoughts in my life. Thank you, God, for this life you have prepared, built, and designed for me, the person you have designed me to be. I wrote this letter. Such a positive letter, right? And a joyful letter. Just because, why not? Piece of paper and just simply write my thoughts. What I want, what I deserve, what I wish. And I put it on paper and I go about my day. And I give thanks. Positivity. If I can do it, you can do it too. Why not? What is stopping you? Who is stopping you? Yourself. Again, as one of my mentors says, once you know your purpose is going to even choose the type of content you consume. What am I doing listening to negative, looking at a show of drama? What am I doing? I am not interested. It's not aligned with what I want to receive, what I want to experience. So why am I watching it? You'll be like, oh, what is the algorithm? The algorithm is you, because whatever you focus on, you increase. If I cover this like this, does that make the sound better? I don't know. The only way to know is to try. Okay, I'm gonna keep it like that. The algorithm is you. Whatever you consistently give your attention, social media gives you more of that. So if you see poverty, somebody crying, somebody being depressed, somebody suffering, war, is because that's what you give your attention to. It's not social media's fault. It's your fault because you are choosing it. Nobody's going to be like, oh, you know what? This is what you have to follow. And this is what you have to unfollow. You make the choices. Let your dreams be your algorithm. Let your goals be your algorithm. Be your purpose, be your algorithm. Let your calling be your algorithm. Let the life you want for yourself dictate and influence and filter the type of content you consume. If the content doesn't move you toward your goal, your healing, your greatness, it's a distraction. Somebody has to say it. The same way I said earlier that everything that you consume is either nutrition or poison. I'm telling you now, if the content does not move you toward your goal, your healing, your greatness, your authenticity, your prosperity, it's a distraction. Call it out. And every time you are distracted, you are simply delaying your blessings. And who are you going to blame? Nobody but you. Just try it. You look at content and be like, oh, is this content nourishing? Is this content positive? Does this content uplift me? Does this content motivate me? Does this content uplift me? Does this content bring good to me? Does it have anything good, anything positive? If the answer is no, let it go, drop it, don't consume it. Everything you consume is either nutrition or poison. Every sound, every audio, every image, every word, every food, every thought, every adventure, every experience, every scroll, every comment, every DM you send is a seed. Is a seed towards the life you love or a seed towards the life you hate. That seed will either grow life within you or slowly kill your focus, kill your creativity, kill your faith, kill your focus, kill your ambition, and kill your fire. Yeah. Every sound, every post, every quote, every comment, every DM you send, every food, every image, every audio, every thought, every scroll, every email is a seed. A seed towards the life that you love or a seed towards the life that you hate. Is a seed that can grow life within you or that can slowly but surely destroy your focus, destroy your faith, destroy your creativity, destroy your authenticity, destroy your power, destroy you. So, are you going to nourish yourself? Or are you going to keep giving yourself poison? The choice is yours. Mental nutrition feeds your purpose. It teaches you. It uplifts you. It inspires you. It challenges you. Challenge your beliefs. Challenge your habits. It expands your mind. And it transforms your life for the better. That's mental nutrition. That's mental good. That's good content. Well, let me not say good content. Let me see. That's positive content. That's purpose-driven content. Now, in the other hand, mental poison is, it numbs you. It drains your spirit, drains your attention, drains your goals, drains your money. It overstimulates you. It overstimulates your emotions. You end up distracted. You end up wanting 1,000 things in once. And most importantly, it programs you with fear, with poverty, with sickness, with staying down, with playing small, with scarcity, and distractions. And you know which type of content is poison, but hey, let's give you examples. If you made it this far in this video, thank you for listening to me. I'm just here sharing what resonates with me. If the mic is like this, does that sound better? Let me know in the comments, please. Thank you. Examples of mental poison. Doom scrolling. You find yourself just scrolling for hours. Next thing you know, 5 hours have went by. Did you gain anything? Did you learn anything? Did you apply anything? Did it uplift you? And did it make you closer to your goals, closer to your dreams? Mindless gossip. Reality TV drama. Look at reality TV prosperity. Is there one of there is this show was the life of rich and famous. That's a show that I still go on YouTube and watch some episodes. Why? Because it educates me, it uplifts me. It gives me a sense of what is possible. It opens my imagination. So I watch that content. Instead of reality TV drama, consume reality TV prosperity. Another example of mental poison is fear-based news cycles. Oh, somebody's dying, somebody's stealing, somebody's going to jail, somebody's being deported. Fear. And once you're scared, guess what? You paralyze. And once you paralyze and stagnant, your life goes by. Another example of mental poison is negative self-talk. Make this work. Negative self-talk. It's free to talk to yourself in a negative way, but it's also free to talk to yourself in a positive way. Another mental poison is jealousy. Why them? Why are they the one with the happiness? Why do they have the money? Poison. Now let me give you an example of mental nutrition. Books that expand your thinking. The Bible, which to me is the best mental book ever. I give an example. There are other books that can expand your thinking. This book as well, Intentional Confidence, The Power to Rise, by an amazing author. Her name is Ada Dindi. You can get this book in Amazon. Life-changing. It will definitely and immediately expand your thinking. This is positive. This is mental nutrition, not mental poison. Another example of nutrition is conversations that elevate your standards. In those conversations, you can look at a conversation of the YouTube. There's conversation of billionaires, conversation of creatives, conversation of people who have started successful business. Go and listen to those conversations. They talk about ideas, not people. And as we all know by now, poor people talk about other people. Wealthy people talk about ideas. Do you want to be poor or do you want to be wealthy? Well, adjust your conversations to what you want to be. Another mental nutrition is silence, meditation, and prayer. When you can just be still. Because when you are praying, you are talking, you are communicating with God. But when you sit in silence, now you are letting God communicate to you. And when you meditate, doing breath work, I am great, I am great, I am great, I am great. I am rich, I am rich, I am rich, I am rich. And you do this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I guarantee you, you're going to feel good. I did it once and I already feel good. An example of mental nutrition. Laughing. That's why I love comics. I love positive memes. I love cartoons. I love comedy because laughing is one of the greatest emotions ever. Also, I was studying visualization and manifestation, and one teacher, I think her name was Carol something, she wrote the book on manifestation. And she was expressing that when you laugh with such a high vibration that it's easy for you to manifest stuff. That's why, and because of that, you know what I did? I created prosperity jokes. Let me find the folder here. Prosperity jokes that as you are laughing, but you are laughing in a positive way. You are laughing you are laughing, but what you are laughing about is something positive, something rich, something prosperous. So I created jokes. For example, here. Okay. Listen to this joke. I am so rich, my inner child has a trust fund. I tie to my future self, my money doesn't sleep. It goes on wellness retreats. I am so rich, my inner child has a trust fund. I tie to my future self, my money doesn't sleep. It goes on wellness retreats. I am so healthy, my immune system journals. My posture says, we not carrying that anymore. My chakras got gym membership and boundaries. I am so lucky, my prayers have performance reviews. I trip and I land in divine timing. My missed calls from the universe come with gifts. I am so successful, my dreams network at brunch. I blink and get brand deals from peace. Even my healing journey got verified. More jokes. I am so rich, my wallet doesn't fall, it floats. My inner child shops organic. My bank alerts send love letters. Even my receipts say divine timing. I am so healthy, my cells do yoga. My water is moon charge. My therapist follows me for advice. My gut said, I only digest joy now. I am so lucky, my mirror reflects blessings before I speak. I sneeze and the universe says, you are welcome. My shadow found closure on Pinterest. I am so successful, my past regrets ask for a collab. My goals wait in line to be chosen. My healing glows in 4K. Laughing is beautiful. When you are laughing, first of all, you are feeling good just in the moment. Now imagine when you are laughing but visualizing the good visual. It's gonna come to you right now. Laughter that heals, that's mental nutrition. Another mental nutrition is mentor coaches that who strengthen you, who stretch the way you think, who breaks your limiting beliefs. You are what you feed on. If you eat garbage food, you will feel foggy, inflamed, tired. If you drink garbage thoughts, you will feel stuck, small, and anxious. If you watch garbage content, your worldview will shrink. I'm going to say it again. If you eat garbage food, you feel foggy, inflamed, tired. If you think garbage thoughts, you will feel stuck, small, and anxious. If you watch garbage content, your worldview will shrink. Clean body, clean mind, clean life. It's not just about food, it's about energy, because negative content, negative news, fear-based news is energy that you are consuming, and energy cannot be destroyed. It's only going to be transformed. So it's going to be from you watching the scary thing happening in the news to that scary thing happening in your life, and you're going to be surprised. Why are you surprised? You were consuming that energy weeks ago. Now you are surprised. And the opposite applies as well. If you receive a positive content, happiness, joyful, success, and you hear, oh, look at them having a great time, I love that. You are entertaining that energy, and that energy will have nothing to do than to come to you as well. Consume what is aligned. Consume what is positive, what is noble, what is truthful. Consume what reflects the type of life you want to live. Do you know how many hours I spend watching luxury homes on YouTube? Do you know how many times I invest just looking at let me show you, because talking, anybody can talk with me. More than talking, I like to show what's up. I like to show what's up. Look at this. Look at the amount of pictures I have on money. Look, because I look at money, I consume money, and to me, money is a beautiful tool. Money is a beautiful resource that I deserve to have abundantly. And as I'm looking at money, I'm telling myself, yes, I have this and I love it. I'm doing so much good with all this money. I'm doing so much positive with all this money. All this money comes to my life consistently, abundantly, and easily. I see myself with wealth. I see myself with success. I see myself with prosperity. I love money and money loves me. I bless my money and my money bless me. Money is good. Money is great. Money is positive. I enjoy having money. I enjoy investing money. I enjoy entertaining money. I enjoy multiplying money. Money is good. Money is great. Money is positive. Money is good. Money is great. Money is positive. Money comes to me today and every day. I am one with money. I am one with prosperity. I am one with success. I am one with wealth. I bless my money and my money bless me. I love money and money loves me. So good. So good. And as I look at at pictures of money, I feel inspired. I feel motivated. Because in my head is like, if somebody can have, which one is one of my favorite pictures? That every time I look at it, I can't help it but smile. This one. If somebody can have this amount of money, I can have it too. And imagine, I can be able to have a whole studio. So instead of me just being one computer and me talking, we can have plenty cameras, and we can actually have real money. And I can come here, and instead of only showing you one real $100, I can come here and show you 500, 600, 700, $10,000. Can you imagine? It's possible. And don't be surprised whenever you see me next month, next year, or next week, or in the next hour. I believe in miracles. I believe money can come to my life right now abundantly, and I will come here and have 10,000, 20,000, 40,000, having it while I'm making the video. Do not be surprised. I'm already doing it, and I can do it with more. So you see how all this money can also allow me to throw challenges that whoever wins the challenge gets the money. See, now I'm using the money not only to inspire or motivate verbally, but investing in your ideas, investing in your dreams. I can build schools. I can offer people clothes. I can offer people jobs. Money is great. Money is good. Money is great. Money is good. Money is great. Money is good. And if you're still wondering, you don't know how to tell what to consume, what not to consume, ask yourself these questions. Is this feeding my future or fueling my fear? Will this add to my energy or take from it? All these images that I was showing you of money, it adds to my energy. It encourages me, motivates me, inspires me. Another question you can ask yourself: if I keep consuming this today, who will I become? Whatever content you are consuming consistently right now, if you keep consuming this daily for the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, who will you become? Me, I already know who I'm going to become. With all the prosperity, all the financial literacy, all the positivity, all the psychology, all the spirituality, all the marketing, all the business I'm consuming, success is the answer. Prosperity is the answer. It's not magic. And I'm glad I can be here recording the journey, recording the process. I'm taking you with me for the ride, so you can use my testimony. I used to look at her when she was in her house making videos in her room with a microphone. Maybe the sound was going in and out sometimes. Now look at her in Forbes, look at her in Netflix, look at her traveling first class, traveling, inspiring, motivating people. Look at her having her own studio. Look at her having her own media company. Look at her hiring, providing people jobs for people. Look at her feeding people. Look at her providing schools, food for people. I'm up for the adventure. If it's not aligned, delete it. If it's not sacred, reject it. If it's not nutritious, stop giving it your attention. Every day you are either feeding your soul or feeding your sickness. Choose wisely. Every day you are either feeding your faith or feeding your fear. Choose wisely. Every day you are feeding your poverty mindset or your rich mindset. Choose wisely. If it doesn't grow you, heal you, teach you, challenge you, uplift you, pull you closer to your greatness, pull you closer to your power, pull you closer to your purpose. So it's a trap. Don't fall for that trap. Don't stay in that trap. Get out. Mental nutrition or mental poison? The choice is yours. By the way, I'll show you again. This is a stack of prayers. Stack of prayers, stack of affirmation that I printed 2 years ago, and I have been having it since. So whenever I want to read something positive, I just read any of these prayers. For example, right here. Let's find one. Okay, this one is about Christmas. Let's look at one that I can read right now. This right here. Let's read this because it's positive. In your loving spirit is the very essence of my life. I rest completely in it in these moments of silence. In your love, dear God, I find myself thinking of new ways to interact with others, new ways of expressing your love as prosperity and success. I open my heart and mind to your divine ideas. I am led to act in ways which foster cooperation, ways which are productive and imaginative, and certain to bring success and abundance. In your love, I am free to try new activities, to express my talents, and share myself with others creatively. I am blessed with happier experiences, productive and satisfying work, and restful experiences of creation and renewal. Your love assures me that I am never alone, that you are the abundance of my life. Thank you, God, for your all-providing love. Just like I can read this, so much positivity, right? Another one. This one. God is light. Many lights shine in our world and in our life. Twinkling stars to bring the night, a glowing sun to warm us, manufactured lights to help us find our way in the darkness. The most important light in our lives, however, is the light that shines within every heart, the light of God. How fortunate we are to have this wonderful light. See? All of this positivity, affirmations, quotes that I read consistently to keep my mind focused on the good, focus on the positive, focus on the good, focus on the positive, focus on the good, focus on the positive. And by the way, too, when you are looking at consuming, when are you creating? When are you producing? I consume positive content, but I produce more than I consume. Some days I post more than 11 shorts, more than 20 TikToks. I produce more than I consume. Because if you are consuming more reality TV or somebody else's life than you are creating your own reality, you are being programmed, not empowered. So more than consuming, more than even listening to me, listen to yourself. 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 If this video unlocks something in you, share it with somebody else or put it in the comments. If nobody is watching, well, Thank you to myself for making this video. Thank you for speaking so positive. Thank you for educating. Thank you for uplifting. Thank you for sharing what you think is right, what you think is good. And if nobody else, even if nobody else is watching, guess what? You were watching yourself and you were listening to yourself. And that itself is already a success. So, thank you.